Hi, this is my presentation. So the first slide, we're going to go over planning. A couple things that I learned from Operation ASHA was just taking a negative situation and making it into a positive reflection. So instead of just calling out the problem that you have, making it more of a when you would present a solution first, which makes it a little easier to address and it makes everybody more willing to help out. Then the problem that I am facing right now in my professional career is not obtaining veterinary records for new incoming patients for their first exam. This makes it very difficult to do the first exam if we don't have any previous history on board. And so then the plan with the steps would be to obtain records from a veterinary hospital days before to make a positive experience for everybody involved, including staff and the patient and client. So my game plan was to gather the staff and have a staff meeting to come up with a plan. The first step would be when scheduling a patient, put in a callback, and then the second one would be to check the next 2 days for new clients. The night before, you would check the next 2 days to make sure that we have records uploaded for any new coming clients. Execution, my approach, again, you're going to gather the staff and call a staff meeting and let everyone know that there is a plan. So I would just present the approach, or my plan would be to announce, hey, we're going to start calling these veterinary hospitals that when you book the appointment, we're going to put a call back in for 2 days out from their appointment. And then also when you're closing that night before, you need to check the next 2 days to ensure that any new clients coming in have records uploaded. And then asking for any feedback. The only feedback I got was that it was a little more work for the staff members already scheduling these appointments, taking these phone calls, etc. And honestly, the response to that is it is a little more work, and that's hard right now because we are very overworked, as the entire industry is. However, if we can obtain these records beforehand, it's going to make all of our appointments run smoother, and it'll actually end up being less work in the long run versus scrambling during the appointment. Results would we've successfully obtained more vet records in this week than previous. Our clients are a lot happier because they're not waiting on us to read records. They're having a smoother experience with their appointment, and our doctors are extremely happy because their appointments are running on time. Therefore, clients are happy because they're not also having to wait for the previous appointment to finish up. So this again is making less work for us because we're not taking in as near as much complaint. Reflection. What did I learn? It's really easy to take charge if you are looking at things from a positive side versus a negative. So presenting that solution first versus the problem at hand is really nice, and also congratulating people on what they've done right. So again, the second thing, addressing things that are going right and celebrating the wins versus going straight into what's not working. It's easier to say, hey, this is working well. However, maybe we could do this to work better. This will be more efficient for us. It's a lot easier to digest that. Future ideas that I want to implement this with. I want to address our cancellation list and how to help more patients while not burning my staff out. This has been a huge issue over the last 2 years with COVID. A lot of people have gotten new pets, which has in turn reflected a huge intake of new clients. So we're working off a cancellation list actively. So I think addressing that to help everyone out would be extremely helpful. And my desired outcome for future processes, I'm hoping to implement this more across the staff at the hospital because it's going to increase positive mindset and outcomes for everyone involved versus just me and management. This is also going to help increase employee satisfaction if we are not dealing with so much negativity. So that's really nice. And I also hope this will solve more issues with this system. Just this is going to be easier for everybody to use, I think, because again, it is so positive versus reflecting on all of the negative things.